Hey world. There's been a particular story in the news recently that's gotten me worked up. Legislation has been introduced to Congress that, if passed, would require candidates for president to submit their birth certificate along with all of their I'm running for president papers. This would be to make sure that all candidates were in fact born in the United States, and on the face of it, there's nothing too wrong with that. It makes sense that we would want to make sure that everything is 100% totally legit before we let someone assume the office of the presidency. But looking at it a little deeper, is this legislation really necessary? I mean, leading up to any election, the field of candidates is whittled down to two candidates who very quickly become the primary focus of every media outlet in the nation. As a result, we hear their life stories hundreds of times, and every little potential weakness is heavily scrutinized, including their citizenship. By the time election night rolls around, whether they've officially submitted their birth certificates or not, we're still going to know everything that there is to know about every competitive candidate for president. Now, this is not a difficult concept to grasp, and I guarantee you that every member of Congress understands it, including Representative Bill Posey from Florida. So if Bill Posey from Florida understands this concept, then why does he still feel the need to introduce his birther bill legislation? Well, this is the part that pisses me off. He is pandering to racism. Now, I'm not one to point the racism finger too often. I mean, I think that a lot of Democrats dishonestly overused it during the campaign, but in this case, I've got to call a spade a spade. Barack Obama was the first African-American major party candidate for president, and as a result, the fringiest of the fringe right-wingers decided that it would be a good idea to start spreading unfounded rumors about his citizenship. Primarily through emails, baseless rumors spread that Obama wasn't born in the US, but rather in Indonesia or Kenya, and therefore couldn't run for president. Now, as soon as the Obama campaign caught wind of these rumors, they released this: Barack Obama's birth certificate, the most solid possible proof that he was born in the United States. But even the most solid possible form of proof isn't enough for the looniest of the loonies, and it is at this point that I can comfortably call their sentiment racist. Racial insecurities cause them to believe something that they never would have believed about a Caucasian candidate, and even when faced with proof that they are wrong, they stand fast with their incorrect beliefs. Now, during the campaign, I didn't worry about these people. I figured that they were wackos, and after the election, they'd just go away. But unfortunately, I was wrong. Those people are still around, they still have their racist beliefs, and certain members of Congress are fueling the fire. Bill Posey's birther bill legislation isn't really about making our electoral process any more secure. Its purpose is as a distraction. In introducing his legislation, Bill Posey gives the crazies something to rally around. When the crazies have something to rally around, our attention is drawn to them, and when we're paying attention to them, we are not paying attention to Obama's agenda, which then stagnates. It's all just politics, but it's politics that uses racism as a tool, and that is unacceptable. At least that's what I think. What do you think? Is the proof that Obama's a US citizen really indisputable? Is there any legitimacy to Bill Posey's birther bill? Post your answers as a comment below. I look forward to seeing what you guys have to say, and until next time, I am Dan Brown, and I'm out. If you like what you just saw, if Dan put you in a state of awe, subscribe to him and click the orange button. It really means something. If you do that, that'd be really cool.